Consciousness is a continuum. Things change, but consciousness will always remain. You always will be you. Just the thing is that the you that you truly are is unbounded totality. And the trick of us human beings is unfolding the truth of what we really are.
Could you just describe, in whichever way you like, your creative process?
Yeah. Ideas. We're nothing without an idea. So I say that a desire for an idea is like a bait on a hook. And you're desiring an idea, and you have to have patience, just like you do in fishing. How deep that hook goes depends on the size of that ball of consciousness. And desire, another word for it, is like focus. Just focus on some, and it's a little bit like daydreaming. Thoughts come and thoughts come and thoughts come, and maybe, boom, an idea comes that is so thrilling. You've caught a little purple fish with red fins and little dancing speckled eyes. And this little fish could be just a fragment of the final film, but you love this fragment. You love this fish. And that idea, you write it down so you won't forget it. Then, now that you have that fish, even more powerful bait, and soon others will swim in and join to it. And a thing will start emerging called a script. And it goes like that, for me anyway, fragments. But it's all ideas coming, ideas that I fall in love with. And I'm going to fall in love with different ideas than you will, but there's billions, trillions of ideas coming. Ideas for everything. So that's how it goes. Then you get the ideas organized in a script, and then you translate those ideas to cinema. And along the way, you stay open, because a thing isn't finished till it's finished. There can be happy accidents. You say, how did I get so lucky to get this thing? I thought this was complete, but this is beyond the beyond fitting in here and jumping it. Stay on your toes. And don't walk away from any element until it feels correct, because it's built out of many, many, many elements. Stay true to the idea all along the road, and then you have some hope of the whole working.
Thank you very much. Thank
O seu risco de sofrimento afeta a criação de modo negativo. Como o senhor explicaria que artistas como Van Gogh e Artaud, por exemplo, produziram uma obra tão genial tendo sofrido tanto? Se eles meditassem, isso poderia desequilibrar a genialidade de suas obras?
This is a very beautiful, important question. And this is part of the myth, I think. Van Gogh did suffer. He suffered a lot. But I think he didn't suffer while he was painting. He went out to paint because he loved to paint. And it might have been one of the happiest, only happy times in his life when he was painting. It was so thrilling for him to be painting. But he didn't need to be suffering to do those great paintings. And I know Van Gogh would have been happier if he'd been able to transcend, dive within. And I know his work would have been as good, better, or even better than good. It stands to reason. The more you suffer, the less you want to create. If you're truly depressed, they say you can't even get out of bed, let alone create. If you're truly angry, occupies the whole brain, poisons the artist, poisons the environment, little room for creativity. And I use this example. If you have a splitting headache, and you have nausea, you're vomiting, and you have diarrhea on top of that, how much work are you going to be doing, and how much are you going to enjoy it? give the person a technique to lift that sickness, lift that negativity, and enjoy life. I fall in love a lot with stories that have, I say, concrete things and abstract things. So you can be seeing things and hearing things that are very abstract, but they're still talking to you, but the way to interpret it is through intuition. And this thing of intuition is like a knowingness.
I am interested in hearing your opinion about the presentation of women and motherhood in your film. Can you explain?
No. I don't think about women and motherhood. I get these ideas, and maybe later I say, oh, there's a woman here, and this woman is a mother. The idea comes first. It's not like you said, I don't set out on a theme. I don't set out to show something. I'm surprised as anybody when the idea pops in.
When did you decide to make films?
I'm painting a picture of a garden at night, mostly black with some green. I sit back and I look at this painting, and the green starts to move, and I hear a wind. And I say, wait a minute, a moving painting. And that started it.
I would like to ask you something about, well, related to some of your films. I'm really interested by your combination of dual characters. You think of the human being as a dualistic, I don't know, animal or spirit or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how it happens. I like doubles. I always wanted to have twins, and I would name them Bob and Dan. But I never did have twins. But anyway, there's duality, and then there's unity. And that field within is unity. All this out here is duality, and the trick is to unify that. So I always have liked this thing called a doppelganger, the other side, two sides to things in cinema. I don't know why. It comes with the idea, and it gives me a good feeling. Yeah.
What kinds of things do you dream?
I don't dream so much.
Really?
I like to daydream. My dreams do not influence my movies. But I love, as I say, dream logic. Dream logic is so beautiful. I like daydreaming, and I love what cinema can do with abstractions. Dreams are very abstract, and as dream logic is something that cinema can say. Cinema being sound and picture flowing together in time. Such a beautiful language. It can say concrete things, and it can say many, many beautiful abstractions that can only be said through cinema. Things that conjure a thing in a person that is only conjured from this beautiful language.
What is, in your opinion, the role of the artist or the filmmaker in this world?
In my mind, have the great privilege and euphoria of translating ideas, and ideas that can create a world that people can go into and have an experience. Here's a theater, and you're going along in your world, and you stop in, and you sit, and the screen is giant, and the sound is good, but the lights are on now, and people are still seating. And then suddenly the lights dim, and the curtain opens, and the thing begins, and we can go into another world, and it only exists there because of that film. It's a magical, beautiful thing. Take people into another world and give them experiences. Take yourself into that other world and give yourself an experience. It's a magical medium. That's the role, to make new worlds.
Could you kindly reveal how did you create the basic picture in the race?
You must know I never talk about the baby.
My name is Samir. I'm a film student. Today was my first day.
Fantastic. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, that's what I want. Maybe you can give me a good tip, good advice. Someone just started.
Yeah, I'll tell you
first film.
this real good advice. Be true to yourself. Have your own voice ring out. Other things can inspire you, but find your own voice. Be true to that voice. Don't let anybody fiddle with it. Never turn down a good idea, but never take a bad idea. And be true to the ideas all the way along.